Hi, and welcome to the next episode of ID Cyber Sessions. I'm Alice, and I'm one of the Cyber Essentials Assessors at ID Cyber. We are here at the International Cyber Expo, and for this month's episode, we thought we'd interview some of the attendees and exhibitors about their experiences of the event. Here's what they said.
Hi, I'm Mark Saunders, Director UK Ops of Storm Guidance. I do information security type things, incident response, anything else InfoSec related really.
So my name's Taliesin. I'm an enterprise security analyst at Fortra, which means I'm a jack of all trades, I suppose.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ellwood. I am Head of Cyber Incident Exercising and Cyber Incident Response Level 2 schemes for the ISME Consortium.
My name is Watson-Gunby. I'm a graduate in cybersecurity and I'm currently just looking for an entry-level position in cybersecurity industry.
My name is Phelim Rowe. I am the founder of CTG Intelligence and the MSS Network. I organise events online and virtually.
Hi, I'm Didar Gelici. I do technology and cybersecurity risk and controls.
I was on a panel yesterday, which was the first panel I ever did. So it was very nerve-wracking, but also very exciting. And it was on an extremely important topic, which was mental health in cybersecurity and how better to support people within our industries.
Well, I'm here to promote these two NCSE schemes on their behalf and to hopefully get some organisations to become assured service providers for the NCSE.
So I'm mainly here for networking and seeing old friends, as well as I'm currently looking for a new role, so that's why networking.
I've come to ICE as mostly a networking event. I wanted to meet some people, listen to some interesting talks and get a vibe for what's sort of going on in the industry at the moment.
ICE Day, we're exhibiting, mainly sort of trying to showcase our cyber incident exercising stuff, but also our other services that we do. So really just flying the company flag and meeting.
I'm looking for new speakers, supporters, and catching up with basically old friends.
My standout moment was the celebration we did to mark 1 year of those two schemes, where the NCSE gave a talk about the importance of having a response plan, exercising that response plan, and then having somebody who can respond to an incident should you become victim of cybercrime.
There have been so many. I've met so many amazing people when I've been here. I've met some people that are designing some really interesting new software, a PhD that's developing something that could be quite interesting in terms of the authentication area. I'm sure we'll find out more about that as time goes on.
I suppose standout moment so far was probably the NCSE breakfast bubbly yesterday, which was nice for a day out.
I've had a few standout moments. I've spoken to some really interesting people from some good organisations and some smaller companies as well. I'd say the talks have been one of my standout moments as well. They've been really interesting, and it's a good difference from the talks at uni where it's coming from academia and it sort of has the vibe sometimes of, where's your evidence of this? To, it's nice to hear it from professionals in the industry where they're basing it off experience.
Well, I don't know really. It's all kind of been fun, but I've enjoyed seeing the Cyber House Party guys and girls. I've enjoyed just bumping into people I hadn't seen in ages. I think that's really what this is all about.
It's been great to see some of our celebrities and meet with them in person. Another thing that stood out for me is that I learned that UK is one of the largest security exporters in the world. I had no idea. So if I wasn't here, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have learned that.
But also, I think after I was on the panel, I experienced quite a lot of young women that wanted to go into the tech field of cyber coming up to me and wanting to talk. And I began to realise how important that sort of representation is in terms of being on that side of technology, but not just talking within the narrow field of women in cyber. And
maybe the weirdest is the blend. So you can go from bollards to XDR, and that's quite a jump in terms of things to see. But of course there have been some freakishly good weird T-shirts on your stand that I now am wearing.
weirdest thing. Well, I went out with the Cyber House Party guys, so the less said about that, the better. But other than that, probably Darth Vader. I don't think I've ever done a disco at a conference with Darth Vader and Chewbacca before, so that was probably my weirdest moment.
Well, the weirdest thing would be the Wookiee and the Darth Vader costume people.
Weirdest thing has got to be Darth Vader and Chewbacca house dancing last night. That was most definitely the weirdest thing, but coolest definitely as well.
Certainly Chewbacca and Darth Vader dancing.
Well, they weren't too weird. It was all the people who were basically posing with them in all sorts of very odd ways.
Oh, there's these two Scottish people that I've been chatting to quite a bit. They've been pretty weird.
It's been nice to see lots of people here, meet up with friends, have some very interesting conversations with interesting people. Feels more personal than InfoSec Europe.
ICE has been fantastic. It's been great to see so many certification bodies like ID Cyber make connections and just keep the conversations going.
I did like this event. It wasn't huge, so it was manageable, and there were quiet room and well-being areas. Yeah, I did enjoy this one.
I'd just like to thank everybody here. Everybody's been dead welcoming. I've had a good time. This is my first event like this, so I'll definitely be coming to more.
I love that you're here. I think this is a great spot, and I've really enjoyed my time at the expo.
I think for anyone that is looking to learn more about their industry outside of their narrow roles, coming to events like this is so massively important. We often get stuck in our little silos, and seeing what people are doing outside of that makes us reassess how we approach our own work, which can only make us better at what we do as cybersecurity professionals. So if you're ever thinking about coming to something like this, do it.
We've had a great event here at ICE and we're hoping to be back next year. If you'd like to find more about what we do, you can check us out at idcybersolutions.com. Thank you.